Why, hello, hello, hello. Are you guys ready to come with us to our 2XU mid-year meetup? So this will be more of a vlog that I'm doing behind the scenes of us going through our mid-year meetup. We do this, well, once a year, every June or July in 2XU. And this is time, it's a little bit bigger just because we have an amazing, bigger team at this point. So yeah, come along for the day. So to start off, I'm filming basically the video that comes out next Thursday. So today is Friday. And then about an hour from now, all of the assistants are going to start coming in. We're meeting up here at the office basically. And then we're going to take a van up to the mountains. And then fingers crossed we'll be there safe. Yeah, and then the fun begins for that, basically the start off of our weekend. Let's go! And we were off. So a little bit of a background. We're going up to the mountains. It was basically an hour from the main part of the city of Cebu, and we were going to be, well, we rented out basically this very beautiful, very exclusive just rest house or guest house, I guess. And we loved it because there was a beautiful pool right there. There was a place that we could do karaoke as well, and we could also cook. So it was perfect for our group. We have a fully stocked fridge even, and everyone just kind of settled in and was right into preparing for our dinner that night, which was going to be a little bit of a barbecue night. So there we are preparing for it. We also had meats of basically beef and pork for basically feeding about almost 20 people right off the bat. So people were playing karaoke, and then we also had a lot of fun, doing a little bit of photo shoot, taking advantage of the beautiful view, and of course bonding and talking with everyone else. And then that night we ate basically the fruits of our labor of like cooking for almost like an hour, and everyone was talking, everyone was chilling, and we haven't done this in a while because we would always just have meetups at the office. We won't really have time to like do overnight like this, and everyone works from home, so it was just a good time overall to bond. And that evening we had a little bit of an activity that I wanted to do, which was doing Vision Lakiane's 3 important questions, where we went through what are the things that we wanted to experience, what are the things that we wanted to grow into, and how did we want to contribute to the world. And then we also had this thing where we would write our name at the top of the paper, and we were supposed to pass it around to everyone else. And doing so, people would write, what's a word that they would use to describe you, or something that reminds them of you. And it was such a fun night of just kind of getting to know each other, of bonding, especially since we had a ton of newbies. Yeah, it was really fun. And the next morning, it was so lovely. It was so quiet. But of course, we had to get up and running because we were supposed to be prepping for the games of the day. So here's us prepping for that. And off we went. We were playing around with these ping pong balls, and then the next thing we knew, we were playing around with like pushing the lemon basically with this eggplant in between people's legs. That was hilarious in itself as well. And then in the next game, we were doing a lot with these balloons, where we were supposed to, they were supposed to do basically this, where you had to put it in between. I just had a lot of fun watching them and hosting, which is a perk when you are the business owner. And there was another game where we were, they were supposed to balance this lemon on a spoon and pass it from one person to the other. It was all about speed and balance, basically, of making sure the lemon didn't fall, or else you had to start all over again. And then in the next game, we were able to do this thing where you had to pour the water from one person to the other. I was just vibing. I was just having a lot of fun. And yeah, you had to do this where you were pouring from one cup to the other, making sure that you had the most water at the very end. And it was fun to watch, honestly. We had different groups, had different tactics of the way that they were trying to do it. So that was fun to just watch and basically just be the entertained. And then afterwards, we had our giveaways, which was these friendship bracelets, and we just hung out at the pool for like, I think like almost 2 hours. We were just swimming. We were teaching other the assistants basically on how to swim, which was really fun. And then right afterwards, we had food prepared by the guest house that we were able to enjoy and consume together as our last meal up in the mountain. And then we were on the way down to basically back to the city. And I that day actually had to rush going to another place because I had a talk that I was doing in basically in Lapu-Lapu. And then yeah, so here's a few pictures from our meetup. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of coming along with us for the ride of our 2XU 2023 mid-year meetup, and hope you guys have fun also on these little B-reel that we have at the very end for you.
O sige, hi lang mo sa ko.
Hi, Barbie!